A landmark case involving Sheriff Joe Arpaio got underway today in federal court. This is the first time the sheriff will have to answer charges of racial discrimination before a judge. 3TV's Jared Dillingham is live in Phoenix. And Jared, you were in the courtroom today. What happened?
Well, it was an interesting day one, Carrie, and as you well know, Sheriff Arpaio has long maintained that racial profiling plays no role in his office. And he will get the chance himself to tell the judge that in a few days. But for today on day one, we heard from a number of witnesses who claim they are victims of the MCSO. Outside the federal courthouse, a crowd of anti-Arpaio activists who've waited 5 years for this civil rights trial to start.
He's bringing a lot of hate, a lot of fear in the community. That's not healthy for nobody.
A handful of Arpaio supporters also on hand, defending the sheriff's staunch stance against illegal immigration.
You know, we're like a ship. We can't take everybody. We can't just let everyone come in here, or we're going to sink.
The courtroom closed to cameras. Day one witnesses included Hispanic U.S. citizens who were pulled over during Sheriff Arpaio's crime sweeps dating back to 2007. They claim they were targeted, stopped, and cited only because of their race. Lawyers for the ACLU, who brought this class action lawsuit, presented more than anecdotal evidence. They took MCSO-supplied data on traffic stops and had a statistics expert analyze it.
The data that the sheriff produced about stops shows that Hispanics are more likely to be stopped.
As expected, the sheriff's attorneys attempted to discount that expert's claims.
He was asked to perform a task with data that was kept by a radio call system. This is really flawed data.
Exiting the courthouse tonight, attorneys for both sides called day one a success.
We believe we've begun to show on the first day of trial that in fact racial profiling pervades the sheriff's office.
And all sides will be back here in court on Tuesday. That's when Sheriff Arpaio himself is expected to take the stand. Carrie, we talked to his attorneys on the way out of court tonight. They say he's looking forward to it, and they say he considers this to be a really significant case. Back to you.
And Jared, just to be clear, this is completely separate from the Justice Department investigation.
Right. This is considered to be a bellwether or a precursor to that. The decision the judge makes in this case could be used down the road in that DOJ case.
All right, Jared, thank you very much for that. And the question is, if the sheriff's office is found guilty of racial profiling, what happens? The plaintiffs here are not seeking monetary damages. They want the sheriff to publicly admit his office has discriminatory policies and an order requiring change. As for the sheriff, he is not facing any jail time or fines, but there could be an independent monitor placed in the office to make sure no one is racially profiled.